I'm broke. Chances are, if you watching this, you broke too. I'm so broke that when I go out to eat, I tip the waitress in coupons. But enough about me being broke. Watch me get rich with Craigslist. The craziest thing I learned from Craigslist is that it's a great way to make some extra paper. Now, what I did was I made $1,300 from the lessons section of Craigslist, and I'm gonna show you how I did it. Before I get into the process I went through to make $1,300 on Craigslist, let me explain two things: why I chose Craigslist and the failures I went through trying to make $1,300. The reason I chose Craigslist was because it's the easiest thing I could think of to make some extra cash. I mean, after all, on Craigslist, anyone can put an ad up, and it's kind of an easy way to figure out if your idea is a good idea or not. You can get validated by Craigslist. This isn't a how-to guide on how to make $1,300. This is just a story to show you how I made $1,300 on Craigslist, and hopefully it can help you guys out there as well. When it comes to making money online, I do not have the most skills out there in the world, but what I know that I am good at is getting girls, getting women. I'm really good at it. Now, y'all out there might not believe me, but your boy game is tight. So what I decided to do was put an ad on Craigslist, the lesson portion of the website, that says, I will teach a guy how to get girls. The most important thing I learned from Craigslist, at least the lessons section of the website, is that when most people go on there, they post, learn how to speak Chinese, or learn how to do math better, learn statistics, whatever it is. I did that too, but that's not the best way to get customers to want to purchase your service. The best way I notice how to do things is, first thing you do is put a capturing title, such as the 5 reasons you need a dating coach. See, what you want to do is give value first. You want to give value first. I didn't make this up. I read this from Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Jab, Jab, Right Hook. So that's what I decided to do. I decided to give value first. So if I put an ad such as 5 reasons you need a dating coach, or the reason why you're lonely every night, people are more likely to read it because I'm not asking them for anything right off the bat. Unlike the other ads, which are instantly asking you for money. They're saying, hey, I want your money. Now, granted, they'll give you value too, but people are more accepting of people who give something before asking for something. Once I sent them another article, that's when they started responding back rapidly, and that's when I decided to give them my rates. When I gave them my rates, I noticed that a lot of guys were hesitant because of the price. But the most important thing was that you have to stay firm with your price. So my price, at least at that time, I'm probably gonna increase rates now, but at that time, a month of training would be $500. Now, a lot of guys didn't like that. They felt that that was too much money, but you have to stay firm with your price. Stay firm, because for me, anything less than $500 wouldn't even be worth doing. Now, not all guys were accepting of the $500 price tag for a month of training, but I wanted to work with the people who were dead serious about getting better with women. So the guys that didn't want to do it, they just weren't the right type of customer for me. So I decided to focus on the guys who are willing to pay the price to get better with women. Number 2, the failures I encountered on Craigslist. Now, before I went to the lessons section, the first thing I did was I went where I thought the fishes were. I put an ad on Casual Encounters, men searching for women or women searching for men. And I put an ad up that says, I will teach you how to get girls. After putting that ad up, you know what I got? You know what I got? I got a whole bunch of dick pics. That's what I got. I got a whole bunch of dick pics in my Gmail right now. So I learned that guys on Craigslist, at least the Casual Encounters section of the website, they're not really trying to learn how to get better with women. They just trying to get some booty. That's all they're trying to get. So after learning that if you post an ad on Casual Encounters, you're gonna get a whole bunch of dick pics, I decided to go to lessons. Now the lesson portion of the website is where you really are interested in learning a new skill. So if you wanna learn how to play a piano, you're not very good at math, or you're not very good at English, then you would go to the lesson portion because you're serious about learning something. So that's why I decided to place my ad. The most important thing I learned from the Craigslist lesson portion is that when most people go on there, the title of their post is learn how to do math or learn how to do English. No. That's how I did it at first too. But what I learned is if you put an ad post that offers information such as 5 reasons why you should have a dating coach, you'll achieve a lot more success. The reason being is because people, when they read that information, they automatically think that your post is the reason why or how they can get better. That's a better way to put it. All right, let's get to the meat of how I made $1,300. Now, what I did was I put an ad up. For instance, this is verbatim of the ad I put up. The 5 reasons why most guys will never succeed with women. So I will put that ad up and I will receive tons of emails in my inbox. All right, so what I did after that was I would respond with my rates on teaching guys how to get better with women. What I noticed is that no guy will respond back after that. So instead, what I would put is, hey, if you like that article, let me send you another one that'll better explain how I like to coach guys. Boom. I got my first client, and honestly, it didn't take as long as I thought it would. Honestly, I didn't think this thing would work in the first place, but by God's goodwill, I guess, I ended up getting my first client. After that, I was lucky enough to get another client, but the luck didn't stop there. I was able to actually get a third client. Now, this third client was tricky. He actually caught me off guard because he was not willing to pay the $500. He was not willing to pay it. He was not going to do it. He wasn't going to pay $500, but he was such a cool guy and he really looked up to me that I decided to cut the price to $300. So, if I'm not mistaken, that'll leave my grand total at $1,300, 2 $500 customers and a $300 customer. So I know previously I said stay firm with your price, and I stick with that. But the reason I went down to $300 for this guy was because he was just so cool. He was just a cool dude that I had no choice but to help him. After all, this technically isn't entrepreneurship. This is freelancing. So I figured I could learn more by cutting my rates, learn how to teach him, learn how to deal with customers better than to disregard them for not willing to pay the $500. So the biggest takeaways I learned from this Craigslist experience is 1, before you ask for something, offer some value first. Number 2 is use your God-given talents to make you money. You'd be surprised. You have a lot of skills that you were born with or that you cultivated over time that someone will be delighted to learn and, more importantly, pay you for. By the way, if you have noticed already, I got this book. It's called The Purple Cow by Seth Godin. Great book. Golden book. Great information. I'm definitely going to be leaving a review of this book because I'm a purple cow. No, I'm not a black male. I'm a purple cow. All right, guys, I hope you learned a lot about how I made $1,300 on Craigslist. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section, email me, send a smoke signal, sign language, whatever you do, just get in contact with me. This is Stephen Josie. Please subscribe, comment, like, and all those good things. Watch me get rich. Peace. Check my stomach for the hunger. Don't laugh at the Audi. My boy Frank in the Audi. Swoop me up, we outie. Bumping music loudly. Crazy how lousy these niggas sounding. I heard these niggas.